On the news tonight, Anambra Governor Soludo makes good his promise to turn Anambra to huge road construction site. Anambra State Chapter of National Youth Council of Nigeria inaugurated. National Security Council deliberates over release of IPOB leader Kanu. U.S. to send additional $7.25 million military assistance to Ukraine. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Governor Charles Soludo, Governor of Anambra State, is gradually making good his promise to turn Anambra State into one huge road construction site, all in a bid to ultimately make traveling around the state easier and pleasurable. This is contained in a release signed by the Information Commissioner, Mr. Paul Musu. To this end, Anambra State Executive Council, ANSEC, recently approved and awarded contracts for the construction of a flyover at Ekulobia to decongest the hellish traffic jam often experienced at the roundabout. Other adjoining roads around the area to be constructed include the Nanka Ekulobia Agwata Local Government Headquarters Road, Ekulobia Oko Road, and Ekulobia Iswafia Road. Other ancillary structures and facilities to be built around the Ekulobia hub are a bus terminal building, fuel station, security office building, fire station, and other external works such as sewage treatment facilities, drainage, landscaping, and all the construction work will be handled by AV Vision Construction Nigeria Limited at a cost of 10,100 million naira, and the work is to be completed in 18 months. Also to be constructed by AV Vision Construction Nigeria Limited are the Iswafia to Nanka Road with spur to Nanka Obiadimora Road at the cost of 748 million 85 naira 50 kobo. According to the release, six vital roads in Oka, the capital city of the state, that were also among the set of contracts just awarded include the Club Abakaliki Road, Regina Cheli to Y Junction, Millennium Industry to INEC Ekweme Square, and Unizik 10 site, Okmono Iswa Nelcha Junction. Others are Chukwu Full Street and PPSSC to Neko Office Road. The construction of these roads have been awarded to Niger Construction Company Limited, NigerCat, at the cost of 6,665,960,804 naira 70 kobo, and the company has a target of 10 months to complete the job. The release further disclosed that the construction of Oyagu Abagana to Nimo Road with spur at Nimo Road was equally awarded to Tri-Construct Nigeria Limited at a cost of 1,600,013,872 kobo. The company has 8 months to finish the work. Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo has inaugurated the new executive of the state chapter of the National Youth Council of Nigeria to pilot the affairs of the union for 4 years. The inauguration ceremony held in Oka attracted youths from different parts of the state, marking the end of the chapter's leadership training with the theme, Proactive Youth Leadership, the solution for economy, peaceful and livable homeland. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo has the details.
Inaugurating the new NYCN executive, Governor Soludo, represented by his deputy, Dr. Onyeka Bezim, encouraged youths in the state to contribute their quota to the development of the state as proposed by the present administration, which has the interests of the youths at heart. The governor emphasized the need for youths in the state to be law-abiding in their daily activities, as the government has zero tolerance for crime and criminality of any form.
The governor of Anambra State, without his support, without his knowledge, all the things Anna seen in the youth sector wouldn't come to reality. For every step, he's aware. This is a man who came in with vision.
Speaking, the Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Patrick Aramba, asked the youth to be supportive of the Professor Soludo-led administration, which he described as youth-friendly government, even as he charged the new president of the state NYCN to run all-inclusive government in order to excel in his leadership.
Let me thank and congratulate the Deputy Governor for the award given to him, award well deserved. Because Deputy Governor has been the general, and general is always the general. You know, what he has contributed in the youth affairs in Anambra State is very tremendous. And I thank Mr. Governor, the youth-friendly governor, Mr. Governor, Professor Charles Soludo. He has done well. You know, within the period that he stayed, like 7 months in the office.
On their parts, the Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sachido Obidiegu, the Chief of Protocol and Deputy Chief of Staff to Governor Soludo, Mr. Chinedu Nwoye, encouraged the youth to channel their strength into something meaningful, work hard and make use of their God-given talents, and shun cultism for their own benefit and that of their families.
Look, if Soludo gives you an appointment, it is not a mistake. It can never be a mistake that Charles Soludo, Professor Charles Soludo, gives you an appointment. A man that has seen it. He has climbed the Kilimanjaro and Himalayas of governance all over the world. So when he says that you are good, you are damn good. And I'm not part of the solution team. You cannot be part of solution team if you don't have something to offer. And how do you get something to offer? You have to be ready to learn, relearn, and unlearn. And I'm giving that to you now as youth.
The Deputy President of NYCN, Comrade Innocent Nduanya, and ABGA flag bearer for Oka North constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly in the forthcoming general elections, Mr. Chimezie Ihunne, assured that youths in the state will not disappoint the government and encouraged fellow youths to participate actively and wisely in the forthcoming general election so as to enthrone leaderships that will ensure equitable distribution of democracy dividends at all levels of governance across the country. In a remark, the new chairman of NYCN, Anambra State Chapter, Surveyor Emeka Obi, promised to carry everybody along in his leadership and to ensure the protection of the rights of youths in the state, even as he called on members of the NYCN in the state to support his government in the interest of all. The immediate past chairman of the state NYCN, Comrade Samuel Egwatu, in his handover speech, reminded members of the organization of the need to be united and work together as a team to achieve collective goals. The State Deputy Governor, Dr. Ibezim, during the event received an award of Grand Commander of Anambra Youths. In Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
The 2022 edition of Annual Training of Law Officers by the Anambra State Ministry of Justice has ended with a call on government law officers to help in timely dispensation of justice. Correspondent Joseph Obocha reports that the training held at Jerome Udoji State Secretariat, Oka, the Anambra State capital, was mandatory for employees in the State Ministry of Justice, especially the new ones, to enable them continuously learn practical skills and will enable them also to excel in the profession, even that what they learned in the school are theoretical aspects of legal practice. The report.
Addressing participants, the host, Anambra State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Sylvia Ifemeje, said the capacity building event is necessary to ensure that government law officers understand their roles in achieving justice for seekers within reasonable time. The Justice Commissioner, who presented paper on expeditious judicial delivery, the role of Ministry of Justice and other stakeholders, restated Governor Chukwuma Soludo administration's determination to ensure expeditious dispensation of justice in the state, noting that justice delayed is justice denied.
In the manifesto of Mr. Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo CFR, one thing that keeps coming up is expeditious dispensation of justice in his manifesto. We all know that justice delayed is justice denied. So it is at the heart of his manifesto that there must be speedy dispensation of justice. And to achieve this, we are trying to come up with projects that will enable this speedy dispensation of justice.
In his keynote speech, the former chairman of Nigerian Bar Association NBA Lagos branch, Mr. Chukwuka Ihuazom San, among other things, charged participants on consistent commitment to excellent job delivery as well as teamwork for common good.
The point I made about all officers in the Ministry of Justice being Deputy Attorneys General appointed to make the work of the Attorney General easy actually is provided for under Section 2112 of the Constitution, which says that the powers conferred on the Attorney General may be exercised by her in person or through officers of his department. So even the Constitution recognizes your role as a facilitator of the work of the Attorney General.
At the event that featured interactive session, the Anambra State Commissioner for Lands and Survey, Professor Ofonze Amuchiazi, presented paper on resolving disputes through alternative dispute resolution (ADR), while Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary, Anambra State Ministry of Justice (OKA), Ngozi Iwuono, presented paper on professional ethics.
When we do these things, somebody has been wronged. Somebody somewhere has lost a loved one. Somebody's husband has been murdered. Somebody's life is under threat. Somebody has been kidnapped and the person is living with the trauma of that crime. So please, let us have a conscience while doing our work. In doing our work, like I said, I will reiterate, let us put the interest of the citizens of Anambra State first.
Others, including retired Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary, Anambra State Ministry of Justice (OKA), Tina Emeke Ekwuo, presented paper on legal drafting/brief writing, evolving trends, while retired Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Dr. Wando Obiano, presented paper on overview of the civil service rules, code of conduct, and global best practices in civil service. Details of the papers presented in our subsequent bulletins. In OKA, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
The Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, the Global Initiative for Proper Parenting and Colors of Africa TV, have begun its NUJ Youth Week Symposium. The symposium held at the Godwin Ezewo International Press Center, OKA, has its theme, Advocacy for Youth Inclusiveness and Development. Correspondent Onyinye Agubeze has the details.
The chairman on the occasion, Barrister Chidi Ameze, represented by Comrade Damian Ukatu, thanked the NUJ chairman for bringing the youths together in an effort to catch them young by grooming and guiding the youths on how to develop themselves for the future, advising those in attendance to be attentive and obtain the necessary information for their growth.
Or what you learn from this NUJ function today might be what you use tomorrow. So in any way they call you for such a function, don't take it lightly. Always hold it direction, hold it strongly. Because I believe that anything that you are taught here is for your good. So that you don't go out there and start looking at peer pressure and some of these things that affects the youth.
The host of the occasion and chairman of NUJ, Anambra State Council, Dr. Odogwu Emeka Odogwu, said that upon assuming office, he sought to impact on all aspects of the society and as such decided to impact on the youth, who are the future of the society. He said that the main reason for the symposium is to include youth in all aspects of governance, noting that if they are to be included in governance, they must have a role model who has positive impact on the society. Comrade Odogwu advised them to mitigate indolence, procrastination, despondency, presumption, and set high goals without being distracted.
You must shun indolence at all costs. Once you are indolent, your gifts will be taken away from you. You must shun indolence. Indolence is a killer. And indolence brings procrastination. What you want to do it. No procrastination.
Speaking on the topic, Be Faithful with Your Talent and Time, the keynote speaker, Mrs. Ifoma Abayo, CEO, Chili's Fast Food, appreciated all who came to the occasion, stressing on the importance of knowledge, while noting that the youth can only be included if they have something to offer the society. Mrs. Abayo advised the youth to spend their time on what will benefit them and also push themselves so their voices could be heard.
You cannot be included as a youth in governance without you knowing anything. You cannot be included as a youth when you have nothing to offer. That is the truth.
Others who spoke at the event were the principal, St. John's Science and Technology College, Alo, Reverend Father Francis Ukatu, the chairperson of the organizing committee, Comrade Chika Nabife, the founder, Global Initiative for Proper Parenting, Mrs. Chidimma Okoye. Students were drawn to the symposium from Nnamdi Azikiwe University High School, Gold Seal International College, Oka, Regina Patches Model Secondary School, Onitsha, St. John's Science and Technology College, Alo, Queen's Convent, Oka, among others. In Oka, I am Onyinye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
4 out of 10 villages that make up Ibariam, Anambra East Council area have been submerged by flood. Ibariam, an agrarian community alongside other riverine areas of the state, every year experience flooding when either of Omambala or Ezu rivers, tributaries of river, overflow their banks. Many houses in Anekwem, Ogugwetiti, Ubaru, Obidi, and Folkloric Catholic Zone are under water. Some houses are already covered completely by flood, while in some, the flood have got to the lintel. Amanasa Primary School and some parts of St. Anthony's Catholic Parish, Ibariam, are also totally submerged. ABS crew met residents evacuating their belongings amidst tears and lamentations. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye reports.
Many displaced persons dumped their possessions along the road and bemoaned the destruction of farmlands, livestock, aquatic plants, and other sources of livelihood. Speaking, the President General Ibariam Progressive Union IPU, Dr. Chris Ofokanse, frowned at the devastation of the flood and appealed for the dredging of River Niger to contain flood when dams are opened. Dr. Ofokanse, who assured that the IPU will do all within its power to shelter their displaced subjects, called on the governments at all levels to come to their aid as they are exposed to health hazards and other difficulties. One of the displaced persons, Mr. Jerry Ejike, whose house and property were submerged, said they woke up to behold the menace which he described as the worst for decades.
I'm finished. Nobody is enjoying what you are seeing and what you are witnessing now. It has been the worst for a long decade.
In the separate species, Reverend Father Joseph Kanim, Mrs. Mmasinachi Obiora, and Eukaria Okoye lamented that all they labored for have been wasted by the flood, hence prone to hunger and hardship.
Last year, I planted all rice. This year, my tractor was not, had a mechanical problem. Otherwise, I could have roast all the rice. I wanted to plant all rice. But I planted a lot of cassava. I lost everything. Monday, Tuesday, it was worse. And then we have to remove everything and to try to put up the things that we can save. But in the house there, we lost everything because we could not enter. And the office here, at least, we managed to save things. The food for the children, because we feed the children, at least they have a meal a day. The situation is difficult, but if they can at least compensate something on what we have, because we never, last year and the year before, it was not like this. At least we harvested something. But this year is too much. We lost a lot. We had invested a lot and we lost. So if they can compensate us with something, we'll be happy. Because what we grow here, It's normally to feed the children because we give them a meal a day.
Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
The National Security Council has said it was considering the appropriate action to be taken on the recent release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. It also backed the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, SAN, who clarified that Kanu's release was not equivalent to an acquittal. The Minister of Police Affairs, Mr. Mohammed Dingyadi, disclosed this to State House correspondents shortly after the NSC meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Aso Rock Villa. Mr. Dingyadi, who spoke alongside his counterpart in the Ministry of Interior, Mr. Rauf Aregbesola, said Kanu was only discharged. He added that the federal government would explore other legal instruments to pursue the matter. Federal government has inaugurated the planning committee for the 2023 Technology Expo holding Monday 16th to Friday 20th of January 2023. The Technology Expo, which is to be hosted by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, is a collaborative effort aimed at advancing science, technology and innovation STI in the country. Princess Ekweajide completes the story.
Interacting with critical stakeholders ahead of the inauguration ceremony, the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Adeleke Mamora, said the ultimate aim is to ensure that Nigeria emerges one of the top 20 STI-driven countries of the world before the year 2030. He noted that there are many lessons learned from COVID-19, including the innovation of virtual meetings, production of sanitizer, collaboration between ministries on the production of vaccines, among others. He stressed that with STI, Nigeria can overcome some vaccine-preventable childhood diseases such as tetanus, tuberculosis, measles, and whooping cough.
So our focus should be how to ensure preservation. And I know that we have good brains all over the place. So what we need to do is to harness these brains to get what we want, what we need.
Earlier, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mrs. Monilola Udo, represented by the Director Healthy and Biomedical Science, Pharmacist David Ibariam, in a welcome address, said there cannot be any meaningful development without STI, hence the ESCO will be an opportunity for innovators to share ideas, network and partner to enhance the development of STI in Nigeria. According to her, government cannot do without the contribution of the private sector, which assists accelerate development of STI.
I am therefore confident to say that there is no problem in our country that cannot be solved with science, technology, and innovation.
The Director of Science and Technology Promotion, Mr. Shuaib Ahmed Umaru, who gave an overview of the Expo, said it will effectively promote commercialization of research and development results and attract national and international investors. Other stakeholders who spoke at the event, including the Minister of State for Health, Dr. Joseph Ekumankama, Mrs. Comfort Ajikwoyi, who represented the Minister of Information and Culture, Dr. Moma Enam, representing UNESCO Abuja, among others, advocated that the opportunities that abound in science, technology and innovation be harnessed to the fullest for faster development of the country. In Abuja, Princess Ekweajide, ABS News.
The United States will send Ukraine an additional $7.25 million package of weapons and other military assistance, the White House has said, as Washington added to a flurry of aid announcements from European allies this week amidst Russia's renewed missile attacks on Kiev and other targets. U.S. Secretary of State Mr. Antony Blinken said in a statement that the aid follows in the wake of Russia's brutal missile attack on civilians across Ukraine and the mounting evidence of atrocities by Russia's forces. The Department of Defense said in a separate statement that Washington's newest military package includes more ammunition for HIMARS mobility artillery rocket system and brings the total U.S. military assistance to Ukraine to $18.3 billion since the start of Joe Biden's administration. In our sports, Real Madrid will be observing Xabi Alonso's performance as Bayer Leverkusen manager with interest. Los Blancos view the former Liverpool, Madrid and Bayern Munich midfielder as a potential candidate to take charge at the Bernabeu. Alonso was appointed by Leverkusen on October 5 after the Bundesliga took just 5 points from their first 8 league games. The 40-year-old had the opportunity to play and learn from coaches like Rafa Benitez, Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti and Pep Guardiola. Reports say Real Madrid will be observing Xabi Alonso's performance as Bayer Leverkusen manager with interest. And remember, you can follow ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go on the news. Anambra Governor Soludo has made good his promise to turn Anambra to a huge road construction site. Anambra State Chapter of the National Youth Council of Nigeria has been inaugurated. National Security Council is deliberating over release of IPOB leader Kanu. And on the foreign scene, the U.S. is to send additional $725 million military assistance to Ukraine. And here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Good night and stay blessed.